What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for being here. Today, the conversation is going to be about building your network in the coin community, making sure you have a really good set of resources and that you know what it is that you are looking to accomplish. It's interesting to see the variety of things that you can find online. We're going to be talking a little bit about one of those today. Some of them are disheartening,
Hmm.
a little bit scary, um, but we'll be talking a little bit about some of that stuff. So, first off, when we're looking at the screen, what you're going to see is you're going to see a bunch of resources. Now, obviously, I can't list every single resource I use when we're looking at the sheer volume of good information out there. But what I really want to drive home today is in the description down below. If you haven't subscribed to most of these channels, you need to go do so. They're going to make sure that you get the best information. They're going to make sure that you get true and accurate information. And they're going to most likely lead you to other people either in your area or in your local community that's going to provide you the best information. And so I want to make sure that we are being good stewards of our role here in the realm of education. Steve, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Joseph Cooper received that. I am much appreciated. Um, but so we're going to be talking about that today. And then once that kind of discussion is over, we're going to go ahead and just do our normal Sunday chit chat and see what's going on. So before we do that, Paula, how are you?
I am good.
Good. Eric went to get coffee. He may be back.
Good morning, everybody.
What's going on, brother?
Not too much.
So last night, the Coin Show podcast, Paula sent Mike and Matt a very interesting piece of information. Paula, you want to pull that up?
Oh, yeah, hang on.
She's like, oh, you put me on the spot.
I know. Well, I didn't. Listen, Neil, this is what I just typed to you. This is why you have to know the context of things sometimes. This channel would never be anti-Christian, so you don't have anything to worry about there.
Yeah, that's fact.
It's a joke.
It'd be a cod day in hell.
God. Okay, there we go.
All right. So, folks, this is how bad it's getting. Okay. Jackalope with a $5 super chat. A Mobius strip walks into a bar looking very depressed. Bartender says, why are you sad? The Mobius strip says, where do I start? Nice. Nice. Outstanding. All right, Paula, go ahead. Let's talk about the amazing new site we discovered, or you discovered.
Oh my goodness gracious. So a little rewind for a second. I sent this yesterday to a few people, and I sent it to Matt, and I said, you have to talk about this. So Matt did a much better job than I ever could about this whole thing. So please go watch what he talked about on the Coin Show podcast channel last night, because he actually he puts a link in chat where you guys can actually contact the owner of this domain, and it's hysterical. So he did research into the domain and stuff like that. So I will let you guys go watch his explanation to get that information. Please do. It's priceless. Anyway, so like you guys, most of you know, I'm on Facebook way more than I should be. In the coin groups, like breaking hearts and taking names. Anyway, So I like to find little websites and stuff like that when I need to give people a link for information and stuff. And instead of me having to go into a big long explanation in the comment section on Facebook, they won't read it anyway. So typically I'll just post a link. So I typed into my search bar "In COD We Trust" yesterday in all capitals. And this was the third thing down that came up. And I almost pooped myself because it is that ridiculous. I don't know if Frostbyte wants to read it or if he wants me to read it or what, but
I can read it. That's fine. You're just going to have to go slow because, yeah, well, you bounce across.
to
So,
start off, this guy is not a real person.
yeah, so the
That's
information, Carl Collins doesn't exist. And this is, I have put the link to the stream last night. I'm basically just going to regurgitate exactly what Matt said yesterday. If you look at everything on this site, 100% unequivocally, this is AI generated. Every image, the text, it's all AI generated. It stems from a IP in the Netherlands. And when you go to try to find the information on who the actual purveyor is, it's scrubbed. So you can't actually find that. It's actually been blocked from purview. And so you're not able to actually see this. So this guy isn't really a history teacher. By the way, I do like the comedic little rub here. I honestly think that this is probably some Norwegian comedian making fun of people who don't know how to look up facts. Um, Carrie Collins, or Carl Collins, a history teacher, but lately he's been teaching an online course, and his last topic of interest, coins. So a guy who speaks history, who knows probably nothing about the topic, is now teaching. Um, Collecting coinage has been his childhood hobby and has given him a full-fledged interest. Carl likes to study coins and what makes them valuable. As a historian, okay, now, again, this is a really cool ploy, add expertise, right? So they're quantifying his ability to know this stuff. Carl is the important, uh, Carl knows that it is important to preserve history. His goal is to preserve the data and the history of new coins coming out, recording the various eras and events, and therefore Carl knows what coins are exceptionally valuable.
That's good
Okay.
reasons to actually come to that conclusion, huh?
Yeah. So you can't get more bloated about what this person is supposedly doing. But again, that's an AI generated image. Matt points out some things about the image itself that does that. But yeah, kind of a lot of fun. All right, let's scroll down. So Azure, that's a great question. What do they get out of putting stuff together like this? If my theory is correct and it's just some person trolling the web, it's to make fun of stupid people. If you look at different apps, we'll talk about another one that she brought up here.
Well, depending on who actually put this together, it could very well be a ploy to sell these particular coins.
Yeah, we see that with a group from Hungary with the coin app, right? And this is where we're going to be. Yeah.
This whole "In COD We Trust" supposed error has been a hyped up pile of dog crap that people are buying into and paying good money for. And you'll see later on where he actually has a section in this thing about supposed values.
Oh,
so I think there
yeah.
is a motivation there.
Yeah. So if you want to scroll down, we don't have to read the rest of the BS. Let's just go ahead and scroll straight to what you were talking about.
Okay. To the values?
Yep.
Can you read the private chat? It's starting to be a problem.
It's not showing up.
Well, can I address it?
Oh, yeah, I already know what you're talking about. I'll deal with it.
Mhm. Okay.
I wonder why it's not showing up on my end. That's
Oftentimes
really
people
weird.
jump to conclusions and stuff without actually taking things into context. And
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Reminds me of an AI author, books being sold. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff too.
mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, so let's look at this one. For a minor error, right? This is something just a malformed G, which, oh, by the way, is pretty much every coin. $5 to $20. Major errors, clearly missing G. I like Matt and Mike's commentary on this. If it's missing, it's different, and if it appears as a C, that's 50 to $150. But here's the big one: the certified high-grade examples. I won.
And they don't. There's not a single grading company that puts "In COD We Trust" as an error on any of their labels or anything like that. So that's ridiculous.
So this is, again, I can't help but feel as though this is somebody who likes to just make.
Going to upset somebody else in the chat.
Neil, I need you to stop, dude, or I'm going to remove you from the chat. Period. End of story. Okay. Let's
You're
stop.
not listening, Neil. You need
I'll address it. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't need anybody else doing that. I can do it. But I need you to stop. We've already addressed what it is. It's in context to this, please. Okay. All right. Well, let's just do that. All right. Ciao. Okay. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous, the entire thing.
It's okay. Yeah. But anyway, the problem with this is, again, it's very important that as we look through our references, we do some checking and some validating. We need to make sure that we're looking at the context of the information had, and we need to make sure that we have important resources that we can look at. And so one of the conversations that I really want to have today is one of the important pieces of building a network, whether it is finding out about the coin before you buy it, right? That's a common piece of information that is something that is meant to be done. You're supposed to look at the coin, understand the coin, and then go purchase the coin. Don't buy the coin and then try to figure out what it is. It's a bad way to do that. But what I want to do, and again, if I show this image here, okay, it's about tying good references and good channels together. So I want to talk a little bit about this. Every one of these channels in the description is there. Every one of them is listed as something that is, you can go to them, you can look at the information, you can pull this information up, and what you're going to find at each one of these is where things were found. If it was on Variety Vista, if it was on Wexler, if it was on Copper Coins, if the information came from ANA, if it was from Connect, it doesn't matter where. They're going to cite their sources. They're going to talk to you. They'll show you the sites. They'll back up the information with real data, right? These are things that need to be addressed when you're looking at it at some of these things. Now, the fun with fakes, I didn't do the actual site. Just you have to go to Facebook, search "fun for fakes" and do that, because when I drop that link, it connects you to my personal stuff, and everybody doesn't need to know that. So that's just one of those things that I did not post there, but I do have Jack's link listed in there, so you can click on his name. It'll take you to his channel. And so all of these are here, but again, the ones that I want to show you, kind of walk through with you today, one of them is the ANA. And I'm going to share my screen real quick because the ANA has something, and again, it's not just the ANA. The ANA does this, but there are the abilities to actually go to and find dealers that are trusted. And you can look through here and enter your location. So if I'm going to enter, I'm going to enter this area and I'm going to look up here. I'm going to see some coin shops that are in and around my area. Now, Austin's about 85 miles from this area, right? So we're not looking at anything that's really, really close, but it'll give me places that I can reference. If you are surrounded by coin shops and you don't know whether you can trust them, it doesn't mean that you can't. This is just a really good resource for you to be able to look at doing this. Now, there's another channel, whether you like the channel or not is irrelevant. But if you're a member to Yankee Stacker's channel and you're looking at stacking, he takes information that comes from his members, information that has been validated and vetted. He will talk to the coin shops, and he's got listings of a ton of different places. So it's not like there's not people in the community that have lists of people you can go to. We have Matt and Mike. They work at 2 coin shops, trustworthy people. You can go to their channel, get good, solid information. But there are ways to find coin shops. I hear this all the time. Well, I don't know of any coin shops in my area. Well, yeah, CoinZip. That's another great one. Look, and again, I can't list all of them, right? I just can't do that. But the other one that I want to connect you to, and again, I have live coin Q&A. We have the U.S. Mint. We have this. We're going to be talking about that one here in a minute. And this was I was looking up the development tools on that particular site, by the way. But another one that you have that is really important is this one right here. And this is the Anti-Counterfeiting Education Foundation. They also have their trusted experts. And then you can look down here, you can find your location, state your zip code, state your place. And in order to become a trusted member of one of these facilities, you actually have to go through like a vetting process, right? And if they find out you're selling counterfeits or you're in a situation where you're not selling authentic coins, then they actually remove you from the list. So there's a lot of good references. There's a lot of good places to go in here. Now, just because your LCS isn't on that list doesn't mean they're bad, right? Eric and I were talking about before Paula came on, and we've been talking about this a lot. The one thing that's really important, hey, Army Vet, what's up, bud? What's important is to establish a relationship with your coin shop, right? Make sure you have that connection. So just because they may not be listed here doesn't mean that they're not good. It's just another resource for you to be able to go to and look at, because again, there are multiple sources, there are multiple ways to find coin shops in your area. But if you're plugged in to the ANA, you're plugged into Connecca, you're plugged into your local coin groups, you're going to find out and hear about those shops that treat you well and don't. Right. And so, again, don't underestimate at all the importance of networks. Knowing and having good resources, good, reliable information shouldn't be understated. And I just want to make sure people are tracking this. Again, as we look at some of these sites, we'll go to this one. This is another site that is AI generated. I'm going to show this one here in just a second. Let's change that one and go
AI has
to.
its place, and it's getting better and better all the time. It definitely has its place. I mean, it is the way of the future, like it or not. But I don't, for coin information right now, avoid it like the plague, because It literally learns from the information it gets that we put into it. And the information that is being put into it is the same bad information that we're warning you about staying away from. So right now, it's just, yeah, it's a hit or miss. Like even with this one, there for the most part, this one that I sent Frostbite is pretty good. I mean, but there's information in it that I would not suggest you, like there's an app in there that it recommends, and I would not recommend that. But
Yeah, so I want to show people, and we'll scroll to the bottom, and I'll show
and
you
it's
what
an
she's talking
okay
about.
app for coin apps. As far as apps go, if you just want to know what your coin is, for especially for like world coins, it does a pretty good job IDing your coin. But stop there.
Well, and the language that's utilized, I want to enlighten people a little bit about. It's important to know where your information is being sourced from. Okay, this particular site, okay, it says to rely on trusted tools like, and then the first thing they do is drop their coin app. Um, Anybody know where this particular coin ID scanner hails from?
Well, I do now.
Well, you do now because I told you and Eric earlier. The coin ID scanner doesn't come from the US. It doesn't come from Europe or Australia or Canada. It comes from Hungary. And the site that's here is the same derivative, the same people. And you'll see Turkey. Or hold on, it's not Hungary, it's Turkey. Sorry, I said that bad. It's not China. And you'll see that it digs into. This is the same general structure as the last site we look at. It's all AI generated text. You've seen when I first pulled it up, I was looking at the development tools. If you are a fan and you like to do the development tools, you can actually do the tools. You can actually look into that by doing F12. If you understand HTML, you can pull that information up, go through. If you're not familiar with DevTools, don't mess around with it. You can mess up your browser. But you can actually go into the development tools, and on this particular website, they don't even strip the fact that it was pulled from Google Gemini. This is a Google Gemini-based item. It was done through what's called Canvas, and they don't even strip out that language. It's all still there, right? And so when you look at these particular sites, there's a lot of things that you can do to find out about it. Now, as Paula was saying, the information in here, it's not horrible, but again, what is the intent? What is the purpose of this site? And it really is just to promote this particular coin app, right? And this coin app, again, just like many of them, you'll be able to get onesie twosies for free, but you want to get better ones, you're going to have to pay for it. Now, again, Turkey, foreign actor, are we looking at somebody you want to make sure you're giving your credit card information to? Do you want them to have your private information? Take these things into account when you're looking at some of these things. It's really important to understand where your information's going and who owns it. And this is why having a good solid network of people, having good trusted resources is extremely important. There are people in every community, it doesn't matter what community you're in, who have well-meaning intentions and just get it wrong. Either because they don't know, they don't care to know, they think they're know-it-alls. They refuse to say they're wrong. When they find out they're wrong, they double down or whatever it might be. And then there are other channels that we see in every community that are the disinformation kings. Okay, these are the ones that know what they're saying isn't right, but they're doing it to sell something. And we've seen this multiple times. This is something that's happened. And many of you in the community, without putting anything in chat, folks, okay, many of you in the community know channels or people that do stuff even in our community that are like this. And so it's important to cultivate that. So I wanted to have that discussion today. I wanted to kind of just walk through what are the resources. Again, these are not all the resources I have, but all of these channels, all of these resources are listed in the description down below. And I strongly suggest and highly recommend that you go to and you click on those websites and those references, click on the little channel tags that I have listed there, and go subscribe to these folks. You're going to get good, solid information. And these are people that I trust. I have integrity. They have shown integrity to me. We've talked about people make mistakes. We talked about one the other day, but they own up to these, right? And that's something that that I really stand behind. So I just want to make sure that people are tracking information. I wanted to explain why the thumbnail was what it was. And it really is, this is going to kind of be just my new Sunday thumbnail, because I want people to really look at, hey, there are a lot of resources out there that will help you get the best information. And we need to make sure that we're pushing those. It's way too easy for AI. It's way too easy for the sheer volume of bad information sites to drown the good ones. And in order for the good ones to stand out, we have to make a concerted effort to support them. And it doesn't just happen. We have to make it happen. And so again, if you really want good, solid information, you really want to know what's going on, you really want people who are going to speak with integrity and tact, these are most of the people that I would have you go to.
Well, Mike wants you to add, he has Harlan J. Burke up there. Mike wants you to add.
I do have Harlan J. Burke in the description, Mike. Aaron's listed. Okay, he is there. So that takes you directly to his channel. So it is in the resources. I didn't want to put a face. These are all logos. If I can get a logo without that, I can put that there. But I did list Harlan J. Burke.
Oh, I see what you mean. You're not wanting to put a face. Yeah.
I don't want. Yeah, it's just channels, right?
Don't tell Aaron he doesn't want to put his mug up there.
I don't want to get.
Sorry.
I don't want to get yelled at for devices breaking. I mean, come on. No, but again, Aaron's definitely included in that list, right? It's just one of those things that I want to make sure that people are monitoring that. Okay, if there's a logo, get me the logo and I'll put that on there. Absolutely.
I think it's on my hat. It is on my hat. It's on my hat. It's a little Greek or a little Roman dude or somebody.
Yeah, and he, like I said, he is listed. I think it's the coin that I have there, but I may be mistaken.
I'm going to take my hat, Mike, to the coin show in Portland.
When is that one?
Hey, Steve, he will be the first one to tell you that too.
What's up, Mark? How you doing? He says, I use the AI plant identification app. I would say that
I'm gonna wear it.
I would say that AI has uses, but the accuracy isn't there yet. No, and again, it's not going to be. Now AI does improve, but in order for AI to improve, you have to have people building that structure. And I can actually stop sharing this now. We don't need to do that anymore. What's important about that is making sure that people understand that if you're going to feed AI, you need to be feeding it the right information. And so I think that when you look at AI, Okay, and we ran across this in a channel the other night. When you look at AI, it's really easy to say, well, I'm utilizing AI because it's just, I don't have the time to do the research. That's a bad time to use AI. Because in order to use AI effectively, you need to have a good understanding of the information and be able to say, like if you're pulling resources together, it's great. But for it to make a determination or an assessment for you, you had better have a really good understanding to find out where the gaps are in it. You had better understand, is the language double die or double struck? Are they saying the right thing in the context? The words might be right, but it may not be stated in the right context. And if you don't read that carefully, you'll miss that. And if you miss that, then now you're feeding misinformation. You think you're giving the right information out, but it's not there. You're talking about the plant app, right? Where you take a picture and it tells you that you have a sick plant. It works for some basic things. It doesn't work for exotics. And in many of those cases, you have to freaking pay for a really nice one. Somebody likes your starfish, by the way.
I know. I have two of them. But this one is really cool.
But yeah, hey, vote for Pedro. What's going on, brother? But again, having and cultivating multiple resources is extremely important. Never, ever, ever take a single source and list it as biblical truth. Okay? Because you need to cultivate other options. When I do stakeholders analysis as part of what I do for my work, it's important that you look at who do I have in my group of people, who's here, right? Who's able to answer that question? Because what I see when I do a lot of stakeholders analysis is we get ready to do a meeting, but the people that need to be there to answer those questions aren't there. And you need to have people. If I'm looking for something ancient coins, I know exactly who I'm going to, right? If I'm looking at trying to identify a 1945 S repunch mint mark, I know exactly who I'm going to. If I'm looking at 3-cent coins or 2-cent coins, I know exactly who I'm going to. And cultivating those resources, having people who understand and have specialized in those is just a wise practice. One thing that I hear a lot, and Paula, you guys have heard this, Eric, you and I talked about this the other day, and that was, you don't have to know everything.
That's right.
Right? It was like, God, I wish I knew more about this. Well, surround yourself with people who do. You can't know everything about this hobby, and you shouldn't try. If you find something you like, study it, learn it, become an expert at it, and then share your information with others. Right? You can't be an expert at everything. Now, we see people like Blue Ridge, or we see people like Matt and Mike, and we see people like Russ. They come in and they go in and they can talk about a ton of coins. But what is Russ Bega? What is he like?
Girls.
All right, coins, Paula. Coins, Paula. He's a seated person, right? He loves seated. He knows a lot about Gobrek. And so again, you find people who have those specialties, and you look at those elements, and those are the people you pull into those resources. So yeah, seated coins, absolutely. And so what's important is to identify those people. If you are looking for a resource and the coin you're looking for isn't listed in that, one of those people knows somebody who studies that. And they will gladly help you with it. They will gladly point you in the right direction, right? And there are people in chat every day that are extremely talented in certain facets. So again, finding yourself a good network, surrounding yourself with people who can grow you in this hobby is extremely important because there's so much mis and disinformation out there. It's insane. Um, yeah, it's unreal, actually. Sometimes the resource is the book or is a book. Absolutely. Yeah. And the book depends on what you're looking at, right? This is something that Jack Riley and Jack Young talk about all the time, and that is the red book fakes. If you just had a red book, you'd be able to know whether it could even happen or not, right? So having that information, but that all goes back to, buying the book before you buy the coin. And EMR, that's a great point. Not all books are trustworthy.
Mm-mm.
We've seen that with.
Websites.
Go ahead.
Paradox there. It says just like websites and other information, there's a paradox there. You can't trust.
Yeah,
everything.
what's that chick's name that we did a whole thing on with Chuck?
I can't remember her
Her
name, but
channel and her Facebook are Wheats to Shields. She is a plagiarist and a fool. Sorry, I shouldn't have called her a fool, but she
a
is
plagiarist is a
complete plagiarist.
pretty inclusive name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say, Amy, what's going on, Farm Dog? How you guys doing? Hope you're doing well.
She is like that. She is a female version of Eric Miller.
It's about making money, utilizing other stuff for your own advantage, and it's shady.
Well, that's her because Mike, we have to warn people about them because because people come across her stuff and they come across her books, and if we don't tell them that it's garbage, then they will buy her books or they will subscribe to her channel and they will so
Mr. Happy Stacker, I like that. One thing I learned in 2 years of stacking is that every day I'm a new stacker learning the ropes. Yeah, and if you go in with that attitude that you don't know everything, you're probably a little bit better off.
And a day you quit learning is probably a day you quit breathing.
Fact.
well, I don't know. Matt said Eric Miller yesterday. I don't know what you mean by that. Unintended ways, but
I was trying to figure out what
I don't
Moha
know what
was.
that means. Huh?
My
I
honest
don't know what
opinion.
it means by unintended ways either, but if we don't tell people, warn people about people, we did an entire stream about her. So
Yes, I remember well.
yeah, we did an entire stream about her. And,
What do you mean by EMR? I'm getting discouraged by the blending of stacking and collecting. What do you mean by that? Yeah, I track.
What we want to do.
I track what you're saying, Mike.
And Mar.
Well, but what do you mean by the blending of it? There are people who do both, and
I
you can do one and actually be doing both.
I don't really stack, but I collect stackable stuff.
well, but so
Okay, Mike. I just don't know what you mean. That's all.
yeah. So here's my
I don't
take on
understand.
that EMR. Even in the stacking world, there are different types of stackers. You have what I call the pure bloods. These are the folks that they stack weight and only weight. There is no thought or mind to anything collectible. It is the lowest possible price, verbatim, no ifs, ands, or buts. They don't care what it is. If you talk to them about poured silver that is over spot, they look at you like you're handicapped, like you're retarded, right? Now, there are also stackers who are stackers, hardcore, Salivate Metal, who are also deep collectors. And they will tell you that they are a stacker first, but they collect. They collect because they stack those things that they enjoy. It's still stacking. You're still putting money in the metal and you're putting that away. Here's the problem. You have pure collectors and you have pure stackers, and then you have the blend. Nowadays, the people that are coming into the hobby are looking at the shiny item, the shiny object. And if we don't capture them by talking about what they're interested in, we lose them. Because if they come in and they want to find something shiny, they're looking at it and they come in and they're like, hey, I found a really cool peace dollar and it's, MS64 and I paid $90, and a stacker comes along who doesn't believe in that and says, well, you're a fool for spending that much money on a thing that's not a 1 ounce silver. We potentially have lost the opportunity to educate them about the weight, about the makeup, about how to tell whether it's authentic or not. So as educators, right, we have a responsibility to make sure that we understand both aspects of this. Now, everybody wants to jump on board and talk about everything. I think that people who are experts in bullion should stick to bullion. I think that if you own you're a distributor, and that is what you do. You sell bullion. Stick to that. If you're a numismatist and you work in a coin shop and you see this all the time, well, then talk about varieties and errors. Talk about those things if you're interested in it. I know people that work in coin shops that could care less about varieties and errors. They don't care. That's not their cup of tea. They stay in their lane. They're good. They're happy to be there. But I think you have to, if we're going to reach people, we have to reach them where they're at, and then help them develop a plan that fits them. Right? It's not a one size fits all for everybody. And so I'm way more concerned about reaching people where they're at than I am worried about whether I fall into the stacker or collector category.
And MR coins, Eric, EMR, whatever. If people didn't come into this hobby strictly to make money, we wouldn't have dealers. So there is a vast array of why people come into this hobby. People do come into the hobby as an investment, because there are a lot of coins in this hobby that are good, have good investment potential. Like you hear all the time, people want to leave their collections to their kids or their grandkids, leave something for them to have. And oftentimes those collections just get sold. Nobody wants to come into this hobby and lose money. But I know what you're talking about. I don't agree, though. I think that there are still a lot of people that come into the hobby because it's fun and they treat it as just a hobby.
Oh, yeah, Mark. Yeah, we're not saying that you're saying one or the other is bad. Absolutely not. And I understand your point. But again, you have to look at.
But there are people that come in and go, and they think it's going to be a get rich quick thing, and then those are the ones that are quickly disappointed.
Fact. So, how many of you know what the term SWOT? This right here. How many people know what that means? If you know what that means, put a 1 in chat. Okay. And this is an extremely valuable tool when you are trying to assess what somebody knows. Okay. If you are trying to assess whether somebody has a good strategy or whether the people are doing what it is that they're trying to do, I'm going to provide this. I'm going to provide a sample of this in my community page. SWOT is an acronym. It's a 4-block, just like, okay, see the resources, reality, the Frostbyte coins, you see Eric and you see Paula. SWOT stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And this is a really simple tool that each of you can use to assess where you are with single with orange toes. Pedro's got jokes. It's a really simple tool that you can utilize to go, what are you trying to accomplish? What is your goal? Are you trying to be a better collector? Are you trying to learn about varieties and errors? Are you trying to stop spending money on something that doesn't hold any value? I give you guys the example of when I used to play video games on my phone. I wasted money on something that would never be tangible. So I started investing in coins and bullion and silver and gold and things of that nature. Because I needed to, if I'm going to be spending money on something, I need that to maintain some sort of value, some sort of wealth. Otherwise, I'm just pissing money to the wind. So a SWOT analysis, a WSOT, you can look at, well, what is the strength of what I'm trying to do? Well, it will help me to save money, even though it's not the fiat money. It's still money, right? In some sort of form of fashion. What else is it? It's going to give me something to hand down to my kids. It's going to help me offset a generational wealth situation. It's going to help me combat or hedge against inflation, whatever it might be. Okay, those are the strengths of it. What's the potential weakness? Well, if I'm not careful, I might overspend. I really need to know more about the coins before I buy. I don't understand what they mean by spot price. I don't have a good basis for understanding which of the metals is a good buy and why. What opportunities are there? Well, there's some books, there's some pages, there's some sites that I can go look at. I can read, I can take a class with the ANA. If I want to learn about counterfeiting, I can go to the counterfeiting course and learn about that. There are opportunities for me, and document those. And then the threats, counterfeits, right? Counterfeits can cost me a ton of money. Getting involved with a bad coin shop or a bad bullion dealer. Somebody who really just doesn't really want to teach me or show me or help me. They want my money and they'll take me for as much as I can. I have a gambling issue. I have a spending issue. I can't be in auctions because I overspend. What is the threat for that? Well, I could lose my house. I could lose my wife. I could lose my kids. I could lose my car. I could lose a lot more. So the SWOT, the SWOT, is an extremely valuable tool when you're trying to talk to somebody about what their mission is. What is it that you're trying to do in the hobby? Okay, and for those of people who are not investors, and I mean investors like Wall Street investment or banking investment or stock investment, then you probably don't have all those resources just in your back pocket. So you need to cultivate those. And that's what today's about. Making sure you have the right people in your pocket to make educated decisions. None of us here have money just to piss away. We don't.
Like a Polly Pocket.
Azure Blue says he's trying to hedge the dollar against inflation.
As you're putting in your pocket.
Well, but what's important about that is he has a plan. He has a mission. He knows what he's trying to do, right? There are other people that I know that they are diehard in the stacking realm. That's all they do. It's just wait. It's nothing else. No collectibles whatsoever. I know Azure has some collectibles. We've talked about it in the past. So heavy stacker, yes. Pure stacker, absolutely not. But I'll tell you what, if you're going to look, he educates himself on what he's looking for and where those prices are going to be. So if you can identify what your mission is, what your desire is, you can run one of those SWOT analysis and really be honest with yourself, have somebody else read it and work it with you. And then you can really assess. I think if we're going to do diligence, and I've talked to a couple people in the community about what my goals are. I'm not going to relay them yet because I have a lot of stuff to put together. But I'm going to expand Frostbyte coins. I'm going to do a couple things that it's really about education, and not more so than what I do now, like genuine education. And there, you need to be able to connect people with those people who can help them achieve their goals. I don't want any of you, I don't care if you're a subscriber or not. I don't care if you're a member or not. I don't want any of you being in a situation where you spend too much money on something or have somebody give you misinformation and then you look at the hobby and go, screw it, I'm done. I want to be able to make sure that we can connect you with good people that can help you make assessments on whether or not your purchase is a good thing. And if those people can't answer that for you, they had better connect you to people who can. And that's what we're trying to build here. And so if that sounds interesting to you, then hang out, listen, ask questions. And if it doesn't, well then, hey, we wish you the best. Okay, honest to God, we wish you the best. You don't have to subscribe. I don't need you to subscribe. I would love for you to, if you want to be a part of a community that is just rocking with information. But this is really about making sure that you guys are protected. I want you all to know what's going on.
I've been trying to get our links. I'm trying to get them for you, West Texas.
What is it?
He's been trying to get Livecoin Q&A and Copper Coins links for a while.
So West Texas, if you'll do me a favor, on the video, click on the description. Everything is there. All the links for all of these channels, everything is there. Every resource that's listed on that thumbnail is there.
Mine's Livecoin Q&A, West Texas Stacker, and Eric's is Copper Coins.
Yeah, and you just go click on it. If it has the @ symbol in front of it, it'll take you directly to their
You
channel.
might have been looking for like Paula Bloom or Eric Beyer as channels.
Oh, gotcha. I got it.
And I actually have a channel that I am going to start doing non-scent varieties.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh,
so
but I like his name.
Eric's Nonsense.
Eric's Nonsense. I like that name.
Is that
That's
your
really
channel?
good.
It's going to be.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that.
that's such a cool name. Yeah.
I love that. I should make a channel up too. All his pet peeves.
There you go. You should.
No.
You need to.
I don't have time to get on the Livecoin Q&A. Like when I am though, people, hold on to your hats. My kids are moving out next weekend.
I know.
And it's going to be Paula's bachelor pad again.
Row. So we're never going to see.
I'm going to have free reign of the house. I'm going to have all the time in the world. It's going to be quiet. I'm going to be able to do videos and all kinds of stuff. So it's only been 3 years. Oh boy. I got a new couch. I got a new recliner.
Did you already get it or are you waiting for delivery?
I already got it. I got it a couple days ago. I haven't been able to sit in my recliner hardly at all though. My son's slept in it last night.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
I have Paula's logo for her new numismatic channel.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
Yeah.
This is gonna be good. Oh Lord of mercy. Oh,
The Coin Punisher.
like a Punisher.
That's hilarious.
Crusher of dreams. Too much fun.
Oh boy, Facebook's been ripe the last couple of days.
I haven't looked at it the last couple of days. That means I got to
Oh,
go
you
dig in
should.
and see.
I've been having some fun on there. It's been ripe. There was one guy that was convinced he had the 88 doubled ear.
Oh boy.
He was convinced.
And I think that is actually, I think I saw that one, and I think that person has posted the same thing 6 months ago.
Yeah, he got kicked out of that group. And it's just a hit on the ear. Like, you can't miss that. Isn't there only one ever been found?
No, I think there's more than one.
Are
Let me
you
look.
sure?
I'm not sure. I've never found one, and I've looked.
Do you want me to pull it up?
Sure. Pull it up. It's a fantastic one. That's different. And yeah, there is an 88 doubled ear, you guys, and it is,
88D, isn't it?
it may be 88D. I don't know.
Could be 88. I'm not sure.
Just 88, but no, it's 88D. Hang on. You're right. I mean, look, I said 88D and then I corrected myself, but that's because I don't look for it.
Yeah, BCGS only shows.
I don't look for it because it's that rare.
Yeah,
No,
PCGS
no,
population is 1.
it's 88, not 88D.
No, it's 88D.
No, there is
Oh, there it
FS101.
is, 88. How did I
Yeah,
do that?
FS101 is 88.
Oh, all right.
And it is
And its population is literally 1.
one.
I don't think
Yeah.
NGC has any.
I think Ken Potter and them saw it way back in 2001 or something. I don't know. And there hasn't been one seen since. And it's obvious, very clearly a doubled ear.
And that's scary when you find one.
Yeah. Very clearly a doubled ear.
Here, hold on just a sec. Took me a second to pull this up.
And look at the sale. Look at the sale, the last sale on it. It was only like $3,000 and some
$3,000.
dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
Crazy,
talking about
huh?
this one?
I can't, you gotta blow it up a little bit. Yep. Yep, that's it.
That's on copper coins.
Very clearly a doubled ear.
Yep.
Copper Coins has it listed then.
Yep.
Who owns it?
Yeah, I think Ken Potter and Billy Crawford saw it way back when. And
Oh,
it
there it is.
hasn't.
Let's see. And that is not an MS66, so there's more than one. That's a circulated example.
Is the one on PCGS an MS?
The one on PCGS is not circulated.
You better check the picture though and make sure that's actually a doubled ear.
Hey, Steve, thanks for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, brother.
Images. I've been coming across a problem with that.
What are you looking at?
I'm seeing what PCGS is, if the coin is, the one on Copper Coins is circulated.
You want me to pull it up, or you guys are going to pull it up? Sure.
I'm going to pull it up.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to pull it up on your thing. You can.
It is the doubled ear on PCGS. Let's see. And it is a different coin than it's on Copper Coin, so there is 2 of them.
And it's red, right?
Yeah.
Well, did
MS66 red.
check red, brown, and brown on PCGS?
I checked red, brown, and I didn't see anything. Didn't check brown. Nope, neither one.
Okay, so Chuck's may be raw, and it may be it may, or maybe it's in an NGC holder or an NX or something. Um, let's see. Yeah, that is a
I
W
can't
one.
find the coin images on PCGS.
You got to go to the date guide and then hit the variety, and then you'll see it, and then you hit that, and it's got the picture of the one coin, and then you used a little magnifier, and you can see it.
I can send it to you, picture. But and maybe PC just hasn't updated it. I don't know, but
Jack said there were 3 known 5 years ago.
Oh, look at that.
Jack Riley said that, or
Yeah.
where do you see that, Jack? Can you send me that? 3, are they on piece? Are they what, like, okay.
Hey, thanks, Matt. How you doing?
Are they ingraded holders, or
9 for 9.
if there, whether there's 1 or 3, it's as scarce as the 1958.
9 for 9 with a 22 month member. I'm new here. Can I get a free poker chip? You don't have one yet, 9 for 9?
Hey,
Um,
9 for 9, good
email
morning.
me. You should have one. If you don't have one, I'll make sure you get one. I got some packages to go out here for folks that don't know. Both my wife and my cars both broke down last weekend,
it was
so
loaded
we
on
neither have not been able to get to the post office. So
on Copper Coins listing, Jack, or who's listing on PCGS?
All right, there is a 1 on NGC in red
Okay.
and 1 in PCGS in red. So let me see if there's anything else.
Maybe.
all right.
But so back to, if you guys look at the most recent sale of the 1958 doubled die, now mind you, that is a very extreme doubled die.
Yeah, I got to see that in person.
Yeah,
It was
but
beautiful.
these doubled ears are very popular also. So why that one with only 3 examples is that much, and this one with only 3 examples, the last sale was only $3,000. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty significant doubling, though.
And the last sale was on the MS66 red for $3,120. So, and that was in 2020. So I don't know why it doesn't have more value as
Oh, it
scarcity.
says right on Copper Coins, only 3 examples are known as of March 2020.
Yeah, that must be what Jack was talking about
Yep.
then.
And this is an old listing. I can tell just by the photography in it.
It's kind of like his 82 DDR, right? Or both of his 82 DDRs.
The
They're
82
very,
DDRs, those have been found. I actually was
but they're
the
very
guy that
scarce
found
too.
that. They're scarce.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Well, 66s are the same way. They're scarce, and there was like none of them, and then all of a sudden, one guy found 7 of them in a roll.
So don't discount those 88s and 88Ds,
That's
you
right. You
guys.
might
Because
open a roll and a dozen.
yesterday we talked about the flared G on the 88 and
A
88D.
lot of people are finding that right now.
Adam found a bunch in a roll that he got from Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck found a bunch in a roll that he got from Chuck.
Chuck needs to send me one. I think it's our anniversary or something.
There you go.
Uh, that'll get him to perk up
Our
his ears a
10-year
little bit.
anniversary. That's what I should tell him. I think it's our 10-year anniversary is coming up.
Hey, Pedro, do me a favor. Drop the link for the Wounded Warrior Project. We're only a couple
Just
weeks away from that.
nice. 88 and 88D, Ant. You can find the flared G. Those are worth it. I saw Chuck had one listed for like $600.
He did. He did. He's got, and they are in the Illinois armored rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've got 2 rolls that look different, Ant, they're in one of those rolls.
Open it and open, open,
Yep.
open, and then send me one if you
Because the
find.
wrappers were slightly different. And
That
like
is
Chuck
one
said, I have
variety I
no
do
clue
not
how many.
have, and it eludes me. I
He says,
have
I have no clue how many I have or had. He said, but he did have it. He says, and the roll wrappers were different.
Yeah, that variety has eluded me, and I have searched for it. I can't tell you how many 88 and 88D
That's
rolls I have
kind
purchased.
of why I'm going through the pile of boxes that I have,
Mm-hmm.
is to get stuff that was like in the middle of the pile.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot of boxes. I've got 2 boxes of 88Ps.
So on the 88, there is a doubled ear, and on the 88 and 88D, there is the flared G. So those are two varieties. There are other double dies on the 88, also double die
Lots
augers.
of them on the date.
And on the 88D too. Yeah, there's two, I think, on the 88D on the date. And you can clearly see it on the 8.
What are you working too much, Ant?
So what you're seeing here is not the flared G.
That is straight G.
That
So
is
that
straight
will
G.
be, unless they switched out the reverse die, that will be, yeah, they will all be on a straight G,
Yeah.
doubled ears. Well, there's only 3 knowns, so get to looking. It seems, yeah, there's quite a few doubled ears. There's a lot more than the ones that people know about and look for. There are quite a few. Some of them are really super minor, like on the new Shield scents and stuff. I don't look.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are really getting into shield scent hunting right now, and they're
84,
they're
92,
finding a lot of minor stuff, and it's like Chuck's like, well,
88,
we got to kind of do something. And
80,
Wexler's listing them, so it's like, well, it's tough sometimes.
84 and 97 are two of the
Yeah,
more
and the
well-known
97
ones.
one, that's another one that is not real populated.
It's just, yeah,
It's kind of minor too.
it's just like pointed. You
Yeah,
can, yeah.
the 84, that's bare eye visible pretty much. If you look,
Oh yeah, it's kind of like the 88.
yeah.
It's
There
just
was
a
a kid
little,
in
I think it's a
Detroit
little lower.
that had 12 of them, and he wouldn't sell me one.
And there's a
Nothing like
minor
for
one
10
for
grand.
the 88, 84 also.
That's the minor one right there.
Yeah. But there's one for 83D also that looks kind of like the 97, I believe. I think there's
83D has the point, or 84D, 83D.
83D,
Yeah,
and
has
it's
the little
kind of like
pointy
the
thing.
97, right? It's pointy also.
97 looks kind of like that, I think. I found one. I've got a circulated example of the 97 somewhere that I found in Pocket Change, but I've never found it. That's another one that I've searched for. Yeah, it's a little bit pointy, but and it's
Yeah.
it's it's more than that, but it's not real defined. It's kind of just like a pointed ear with a little wrinkle in the top of it.
Yeah. 97 pretty minor also, but
This is a fun one too.
yeah, 97.
That's I can't tell you how
The
many
83,
rolls
do you
and
know?
bags of 83P cents I looked through to find one of those and never found one. I just said I should have
That
just
is
bought it.
a variety though that is extreme, even as extreme as that is, it is getting more and more affordable.
Yep. Yep.
And I think the reason is because 83 cents in general are garbage.
Yep.
It is very difficult to find one that is not just plagued with plating issues.
Yep.
And that's why I don't own one.
And I
I
don't
would
know
buy
why the
one.
mint
I
changed
would,
the lettering in the. I think it was for Die Life. But when they were striking the zinc planchets with the dies that were striking the copper,
Mm-hmm.
the coins were beautiful. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
Adam's got some up right now, some large date zinc,
Mm-hmm.
and the coins are always beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if it just costs too much to make them like that, because then all of a sudden they come out with all the blisters, and they're just kind of junky after that when they went to the
Yeah,
small.
I'd have to look back and see if maybe they changed who they purchased the planchets from or what, but
Yeah, I don't know any of that, but I know
I
that
know we've over the years we have switched people that we've contracted with different people. So maybe that was during the period of time that they were trying out different
possible.
manufacturers.
It's possible.
Because they did try out different manufacturers in the beginning.
But the 82
So,
large date, it's very easy to find high grade coins in those. Whereas you get to the small dates, it's not easy in the copper or the uh, zinc.
mhm.
Yeah, a lot of cool. This is a proxy blog article if you want to look at this targeting 84, but there's a lot of other stuff in there. I'll go
And
ahead and
I'm
throw
going
that
to
in here.
tell you guys, and some of you may listen. There are some articles in there that are really good, Jack Young's and Jack Riley's, but there is some very incorrect information in some of those proxy blogs. So just do your due diligence.
That's
Um,
correct, Luther.
do
Yeah.
your due diligence. I just read one yesterday that, and the guy, don't take this as bad because people block me all the time. They don't know who I am and they don't like it when I correct them. And maybe I came across wrong with the guy, but he blocked me because I tried to correct some of the information that he had. So, but just when you're reading some of those blog posts, no, do your due diligence because proxy blog is good. Like Jack, like I said, Jack Young and Jack Riley have great articles on there. But there is some not so good information, not so accurate information. So just do your, like I said, do your homework. Hi, Mike. Love you. Love your face, my friend. Bobbing for cod. God bless you.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons why I don't own one of the 83 DDRs because I will not buy one that has plating issues. And
And they all have plating issues.
they either have blisters or they've got
They've
split
split.
plating.
They've split
Hmm.
on the devices. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one and it's got some splits, but it's in pretty good shape. And I got a deal
Well,
on it.
if they continue to drop in price, then I'll probably be more likely to buy one
And
that
I
has
think
a
that's
little.
ultimately why they're dropping is
Yeah.
they're not holding up to time.
Yeah, he did block me. He blocked me. It was a while ago.
It's a common thing.
It is. I get blocked a lot. I do. They'll, yeah. Anyway, and the funny thing is on Facebook, what they do is they'll block me. I have 2 accounts on Facebook, you guys, so I'm a little sneaky that way. They'll block me and then they'll continue to bash me in that thread or that post, and I can't see what they're saying. They think. So they think. So when they do block me, I just log into my other account, and then I can see what they're saying.
Yeah, EMR, that's fact. And it's amazing how brazen people can get when they're behind their keyboard.
It is.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the keyboard society is it's easy to tell somebody to get you know what. And
Get bent. Yeah.
right, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's easy to tell them that when you're not looking at them in the eye.
Oh.
Which is
As you
the
know,
whole reason for saying get bent
There,
anyway.
the problem, the problem stems from people get attached to their coins, I guess. here's what happens, and I warned you guys
I'm
before
attached to
about
my
doing this.
coins.
If you think you found something, this is one of Ken Peavy's axioms. If you think you found something, don't immediately post it all over Facebook and announce it your amazing find to everybody in the world. Because then if you find out it is not what you think it is, then your ego comes into play. And that's what happens with these new people is they think they found something and they will post it in 50 Facebook groups. And then they get embarrassed because they find out that it's not and they get defensive, and it becomes this whole thing.
Well, and again, this goes back to cultivating a good relationship, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants that 15 minutes of fame, right? And well, let me rephrase that. I shouldn't say everybody. There's a lot of people who want that 15 minutes of fame. And so there's a lot of people, and Paula, you say this all the time, they would rather be first than right.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to be the first one to find something. And I'm guilty of that. I've done that myself.
Extra V is
right?
a perfect example, that extra V.
Yeah. And so
Yep.
it's easy to put stuff out there. It's easy to do that. But here's the thing. If you're the one attributed to that and then it's proved to be bunk, now you're the one who did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always better to take time to ask some questions. And, you know, one of my favorite episodes was when Coach's Magic first came on and brought that scent. We're all looking around. It's like, well, these are typically counterfeit. So this is what we're seeing. And this is why. Here's the information. Let's look at this. And we came across a couple things, and it's like, hey, hold on just a second. Let's go back to that. Wait, that's actually, we might have something authentic here. Mm-hmm. Let's really look at this. And we kind of walk through it, and we're going through it. And then fortunately, we were able to say, yes, that's an authentic piece. And it's a really, really nice 1795 half cent. Absolutely fabulous piece that he got from, I think it was a grandmother or something like that. When they passed, it was handed to them. It's fun in those situations to be right, but those don't happen near as much as it's a copy or it's a fake or it's just damage.
You want to see a future nice new listing for copper coins?
Sure.
That's another thing I run into quite often. Luther knows this too, because Luther's on like Facebook with me a lot. Is someone will post a genuine error coin or a genuine variety, and you get all the knuckleheads. Oh, I love that.
That's beautiful, isn't it? And that's unlisted.
You get all the knuckleheads that come on and tell them it's damage.
But you can see, look at this.
Yeah, that's cool.
This comes over and then it comes down. It's a rotated.
Yep.
It comes up and then comes over and then it's behind there and goes back down.
That's pretty cool.
That is. It's awesome.
New listing?
It will be a new listing. I just looked at it this morning.
Who found that one?
Alan Samuelman.
Nice.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. And folks, I will say something. If you find something that is good, I promise you that the people in this chat and then the people on this panel will rejoice with you. And if it's not something, we won't bash and belittle you. Right? We'll explain to you what's going on, why it's that way. But again, it's better to be safe than sorry. A lot of people say ask for permission. Asking for forgiveness is easier than asking for permission. Not something you necessarily want to do in this hobby, right? Get the information first, make sure you quantify it, then release it. Hey, Coach, man, we owe you. That was fun for all of us. We need you to go find some more cool coins like that. No, that was really cool. That was a lot of fun. I got to thank Freaking Awesome, or excuse me, not Freaking Awesome, but Jackalope Herdmaster for connecting us. That was one of my favorite episodes ever. One of my favorite episodes.
Morning, Chad.
West Texas. I never thought of looking at scents that closely. Well, and again, that's
Yeah,
not for
exactly, Jack
everybody.
Riley. Exactly, Jack Riley. That's the one he sent off, right? He sent that to PCGS, right, Jack? I can't wait for him to get that one back. That's, and like Jack said, that's another thing. Not just errors and varieties, but people will post either way. They'll post genuine coins, and all the knuckleheads in the chat will say it's fake, or they'll post fake, and you get the knuckleheads in the chat that tell them it's real. It's like,
Oh,
why can't people just sit back? If they don't know, don't comment. I don't, anyway.
here, I got something to show you.
I
Oh,
won't comment if I don't know. If I am not sure, I will just sit back and see what others have to say.
what do you think of that one, Paula?
What do I think of it? I don't
You're
know.
talking like real and fake?
No, it's 1928,
hmm
65 plus peace dollar. Luther's like bad label.
Yeah, the font on the label's not right.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have to. I am not that like. I have to research something. I can't just. I looked immediately down and saw the logo and everything down at the bottom. Not typically something you see. Um, and looking at the coin, just at the coin itself. I mean,
It doesn't look very MS65ish plus from the
yeah,
picture.
great, but I mean, it's not a great picture either.
So
But
it's not a great picture.
of the coin,
Well, here, let me adjust this to where we can get a better one. What do you need?
Oh, it's a video feed, so it's not a
yeah,
picture.
Yeah, I can show you whatever you want to see. This was sent to me by Jack Young.
55 plus.
This is a counterfeit. Luther and Jack, you guys were right. Yeah, bad
I am not.
barcode.
So I would not comment on that because that is something that I would. I mean, eventually I'd probably get there to that conclusion by looking up the number, everything else. But I'm not into those like Jack Riley and Jack Young and you are. I'm not into those counterfeits.
So I'm going to show you something. I'm going to bring myself up really quickly, and you're going to have to see my ugly mug. So I want all of you to hold your breath really
Do we
quickly.
have to?
Okay, everybody, hold your breath really quickly. I apologize. I am not. I'm not going to be liable for any broken devices. Okay. All right. And this is not going to be available to you guys because I have to show this on my camera and I can't show two cameras. So this is the ones that we've talked about on my channel recently about the scanning. This is the one for the RFID. We've talked about this particular one. And why is this important? Well, again, this is, the one where we told you, cover this up, put it on the label, right? If you want to do that. I still have this one for examples. So if anybody wants to see it, that's not to be confused with this one, which has the actual QR code. This is supposed to be to where you can scan this. Now I'm going to pull up one of these that still has.
I'm not seeing anything you're showing.
So. I know, that's why I said you have to be on the YouTube site. I just said that.
Oh, well.
Okay, so when I come over here and I do this, boom, you'll see that this tag comes up. If I open that tag, and I have that shut off right now. If I open that tag and bring that up, it will show the coin. Okay, that's the 1952 50-cent Benji. Okay, so this particular coin has that, but it doesn't scan. I need to pull that off. It doesn't scan. This coin, you can see that I'm scanning it. It does not scan. And so that's another way that you can tell if it's not scanning. You can always call PCGS and ask them, But again, if you have a slab and it has this and it's not scanning, you can check the number, see if the number comes back authentic, or you can call
Yeah,
PCGS, give them the information, and they'll tell you.
that would be the homework I would do,
Yeah.
because I can't just look at like you guys like study that stuff way more than I do.
Well, but this is why
I
you
can
have to have a group
typically
of people doing this.
Right. I can
Yeah.
typically look at a coin and come to the correct conclusion that like that. But when it comes to those labels and stuff like that, I don't know the fonts and everything else.
And this is, again, Paula is extremely knowledgeable, folks, extremely knowledgeable. But you can't know everything, okay?
Mm-mm.
It's just not one of those things. And this is the other
And
one that he sent me.
It's not my area of interest.
Yeah,
I
fact.
mean, I am interested in counterfeits and stuff like that. I love listening to Jack watching Jack Riley, and he messages me all the time about the VAMs and stuff like that. I love that stuff. But for me individually, I wouldn't spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah, Jack's like, and the famous 1796.
Yeah. Right, with the bust, with the close whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
And her black eye, as somebody so delicately pointed out, looks like she's been abused.
Yeah, fire neck and stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this one. And so both of these are coins that Jack has sent me for a video for more education.
Uncensored,
These are listed under his proxy blog, and I'll be putting some stuff together for both of these. And again, why are these coins an issue? I'm going to set this one right here.
And see, I know enough, like looking at that coin, that it's uncentered, and the uncentered only came on the 1795, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jack. But I
It
believe
should be set more back to the left.
On the 1795, not on the 17.
Yeah, it does look like she's been punched in the eye, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Is that correct, Jack John?
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about earlier when they call it the red book variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a quick tell on those. Is that's an uncentered bust, and it's only on the 1795, the uncentered bust.
Hold on.
Is the bust centered or is she centered on the 1795?
She's uncentered on the 1795.
Oh.
So the ribbon's closer to the star. She's not centered on the 1795. It looks like this one. This is not supposed to be on the 1796. It's not supposed to be uncentered.
Cappy.
I know just enough to be dangerous.
Cappy's like, I'm new here.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff that Jack Young has taught me. Like certain ones I can just look at and know. I am not up on like the label font and stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's another thing.
A lot of times on the coins themselves, I can look at them, or I'll refer right to one of Jack's articles, or photos that I've saved of attribution, things, die markers and stuff. So.
And if you go to Proxy Blog or you go to one of the other sites, I think it's Coin Week, and is it Coin Week or Coin World? I always forget that one. And you go to pull up one of Jack's articles. If you're looking for something very specific, be a little bit specific about what it is that you're looking for. But do you see the color on the 28 here when I lay it out this way?
Charles Morgan has done publish some of his.
Here's the real color. Okay.
Done with Fake's column. Oh, he has his own column now. I didn't know that.
He does.
Wow.
Yep. And so, and if you look at this, you can see the coloration is totally wrong on that label. And so this is one thing that, and again, if I have the chance to look at it, I'll lay the thing down flat and see if it has that light,
Well,
that
I
really
don't
light
know.
fuchsia, that
Just
blue
because
tone.
like labels have changed over the years multiple times. So
The
yeah.
labels are getting better, but the font on that is completely wrong. The barcode, as Luther pointed out, is one of those. It's like 213 or 214, whatever that pattern is. That's kind of like the standard fake. It all points to the same freaking thing. What I was curious about, and what I'm also a little scared about, is when they figure out to take that RFID and link that to a site that's their own.
And do what?
Link that to a site that's their own.
Oh.
You know what I mean by that?
No, sure don't. You start talking about computers and stuff like that, and
There's that reverse, Jack. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, but again, this is the problem with talking about counterfeits and stuff like that. And you've heard this with everybody that talks about this. You have to be careful because, again, when you give information out, you're teaching them what we've identified as being wrong, and then they work to correct it. It was, 2 weeks after you guys did the first session with Jack that the non-Morgan came out.
yeah, the Morgan.
Right, and that was something that was very, very quickly done, and they got notification of it. There's also something else interesting, and Jack probably can tell you a little bit more about the slab that they used on these. I'm always curious. I always look at the slabs. So I always look at the sides to see if they have the little connector dots either up at the top or here on the sides. And I have a video, and I'm going to share this. Maybe I'll do that today. Maybe I'll actually drop the link to that video. But I have I was doing some research, trying to learn about this, kind of reading information that was sent to me by the ACEF, and kind of took it amongst myself to reach out to a publisher of a technical document for a device that actually seals slabs. Not quite like PCGS or NGC, it's the same general function. And they sent me a video of them actually doing it. And when they showed the side of it, you see these 3 marks on the coin instead of the sealed line that you'll see on most of them. So if you look at, I need to find a better one. Let's use this one. You can't see that very well, but on the sides here, you'll see that there's a sealed line all the way around, right? I don't know if you can see that.
Some of those lab-grown diamonds are fantastic, Azure.
It's killing the diamond industry.
Well,
You can't see that very well. But anyway, there's a seam where they vacuum seal these, pressure seal these together. You can kind of see it up at the top. But on the counterfeit slabs, it's not there. It actually is more towards the back of the slab because one side slides inside the other one. It's not quite done the same way. And the slabs themselves are fundamentally different. So
the magician coin seam.
Yeah.
Luther, that's funny.
yeah, this is actually a proper NGC or the PCGS slab. So that's the edge. That's what it should look like. Oops, I just hit my camera. Is it got, there we go. You can see that kind of dividing line. However, on this one, you'll see that there are actually 3 little dots there, and there. And that's actually what seals that together. You can see it right there. And those are the pieces that actually spot weld those together. They're not in the center. They're actually on the edge, and that's not how PCGS or NGC seal their slabs. So I'm trying to do a little bit more research and try to figure out how that does it. I haven't been able to find out exactly what machine PCGS uses because they won't release that information. Jack might have better luck getting that information, but I have found the version that the manufacturer, the Chinese manufacturer, the equipment has.
Go down there,
So
Happy Chappy and Matt T. Don't make me pull this car over.
I'm trying to look into that too. So I'll be putting more information in as I find it. Jack retracted something. I'm interested to what he said.
He just said how much he loves me.
He loves you a lot. You know it.
A long time.
Well, I didn't hear that. That
Paula.
has a totally different connotation.
Yeah. I didn't mean that.
Yeah.
God.
So these ones, Luther, these ones don't have the label on the outside. The label's actually on the inside with these ones. The sticker on the back is on the outside. That is definitely a problem. But it's not the same on the other slabs. So the 1796, they're actually on the inside on both of those. So they are a little bit different.
Oh, that's an easy way to tell if you have it
Yeah.
in hand, and the label's on the outside for
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
they do Azure, and then they just start up a new one.
Jack's been pretty insurmountable when it comes to what he's been able to get shut down. He's got an amazing relationship with the people that, I mean, he knows how to get stuff done.
Well, I gotta get going, you guys.
All right, Paula, we'll see you soon.
Church.
All right. Well, Paula, I'm gonna get out of here myself. I appreciate you all.
Have a blessed day, you guys, and have a safe and fun Halloween next week if you celebrate it, or, well, not really celebrate it, but if you indulge in it. I do. I love Halloween. And talk to you guys later. Bye.
See ya.
See you later.
See y'all in the neighborhood. I'd probably do a reveal today. I think I am anyways. So
all right.
Not sure what time yet, but anyways, thanks for having me, Frosty.
What role?
A 56D.
Very nice. There's some good things in there.
Yeah, we'll see y'all later.
All right, we'll see you later, Eric. All right, folks. I imagine they use ultrasonic welding to seal the slabs. Yeah, there's, again, different machines do it different ways. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to see if I can continue to find that. I'll drop that video as a short today and show you guys that they have the technology to seal those slabs. And they are very, very similar to what Jack sent me. So again, Jack, I appreciate you giving me all the work that you've done to help kind of further the ability to get that out there. But again, all of this information is courtesy of Jack Young. So I want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. Folks, thank you so much for being here today. We had as many as 50 people in chat at one time. That's awesome. I didn't stream vertical. I'm going to just go back to streaming landscape, mainly because I want to try to get people in here. And I want to see if doing the vertical streaming's actually been hurting the long form views. So we're going to change a couple things up for a little while, see if it changes the view structure, and we'll keep you guys informed. But you'll see Sunday moving forward that this right here, this new tips, resources, and reality, this is going to be the standing thumbnail for Sundays. And so I want people to understand that community is extremely important and that we're here to give you the best information that we can. All right, folks, I appreciate you all very, very much. Thank you so much for all your support. And ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys in the streams.